Hello, Franciscan University. I'm Alexander Shyne from Westminster Academy, and I just wanted to take this time to tell you a little bit about myself. So, I'll walk you through a usual school day for me. I wake up at 7 a.m. I have a Bible class that I take in order to have more time in the school day to take other classes. Today, my first two periods, I had Calculus 2 through a local college alongside AP English, and during lunch, I had Key Club meeting. So I usually have like Key Club or a Green Club meeting. Third and fourth period, government and AP Computer Science Principles. And after school, I had drama. Usually after school, I have some sort of program, whether it's drama or during the fall, I did swimming, so sometimes sports as well. Every Saturday, I also participate in the Naval Sea Cadet Corps, which is kind of an NRTC program, but for high schoolers and middle schoolers. It allows us to learn a little bit more about the Navy, since that's something I'm considering doing after college, alongside just life skills such as discipline and leadership abilities. And apart from that, if I don't have something, my Key Club usually does a service project, such as this week we actually went to a nursing home in order to talk with the residents. I met someone who was 100 years old and had been in Fort Lauderdale since the 50s. It was so fascinating to hear how it's grown from a small town into such a major metropolitan area. And apart from that, in my free time, I especially enjoy reading. For my free time, I read anything from my most recent book has been The Violent Bear It Away by Flannery O'Connor, an excellent book that talks a lot about God's calling, to something a lot less serious called The Labyrinth of Dreaming Books by Walter Mowers. It's about a dinosaur author who is trying to find the source of a mysterious manuscript in a book in a city themed after books. Apart from that, in my free time, I also do a hobby called Warhammer 40k, which is kind of a tabletop strategic game in which you try and maneuver your army so that you're able to defeat your opponent. And the interesting thing about that is the models, they don't come assembled or painted. They originally come on plastic sprues, so you have to cut everything out, glue it together, and once everything is glued together, you have to base coat and end up painting it. Like a model like this, I ended up painting. It took about 4 or 5 hours. Even a much smaller model like this probably took 2-3 hours. And the thing I love about it is it's one of those things you have to work at, and if you put a lot of effort in, it will end up looking really, really good. And also in the game itself, even though you'll lose a lot to begin with, you'll learn from others, and I find that to be very important. My parents have always raised me to appreciate a classical education, even when I was young. My mom would look at movies we were watching and say, "Oh, hey, those are the three parts of the souls." Or even during Toy Story 3 in the theater, she's like, "Oh, this is just like Plato's allegory of the cave." So that really instilled in me an interest in classical education. This summer, I actually had the opportunity to do a great books program, and it really opened my mind. So we read everything from Fear and Trembling to Euthyphro to Consolation of Philosophy, and that really opened my mind that all of these books provided such insight into modern day life. So that's one of the reasons I'm looking at Franciscan University, because it offers such a solid great books program alongside a more traditional major. So I'm able to learn and gain such a great basis to life, and to learn and become better critical thinking and gaining my own perspective, but also be able to get a major in something that I'm interested in, like STEM. So I think I really am interested in Franciscan because not only do I have that opportunity, but it's extremely centered in faith. I've looked at all the majors. There's focus on St. Francis himself. And also, I think that if I attend, I will not only be able to gain an excellent education, I'll grow stronger in my faith, and I will be able to have a positive effect both in my community and beyond, hopefully in the world. So I really hope that I will be able to attend Franciscan because it offers me the opportunity to better myself both mentally, spiritually, so that I'm able to better serve my community. Thank you, and hope to see you soon.